go. So, last night in Dagrun, there was a heist. Is it a heist if you don't really steal anything?
I mean, we stole a person.
Yeah,
We stole some creatures.
We took creatures with
Yeah,
us.
we didn't take things. We took people.
Living beings.
So we kidnapped.
Yeah, kidnapping,
Sure, we'll call it that.
One intention. Well, wanted to. Well, not really wanted, but was convinced to come.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the others were tied up.
So a few hours after the fact, Theron, you received a very detailed summary, almost as if you had been there yourself.
Oh yeah, wow. Dagrun's really good.
Devin must have the key mind
knowledge.
feat, dude. He remembers everything.
Yeah.
Well, Delvin is an expert at his field. So you guys had your rest for that night, I assume.
Yeah.
And the next day, the first day of Kurin, new month, and the summer will arrive soon. What would you like to do as we await for the fallout of your decisions to
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just a question out of game for World Anvil. Is it just a little bit different?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just it just looks a little bit different to me. But I was just also checking to see if the sheets were still working at all. I guess
Last night in Dagrun.
Yeah, I just realized. Hold on, let me see if I can change it.
last night in Discord.
Dagrun.
It's suspicious like a snake.
Is this a dream scenario?
There you go. Last night in Dagrun.
Let me refresh. Alright.
Resume.
There we go. Okay. Well, I have something that I will probably try to do.
Which is?
So, seeing how the situation is, I feel like it's going to kind of get out of hand. And I don't know how big this is, like how big the cult is, and also how deep it goes within the political offices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send. I'm gonna talk to Havoc, and actually, I'm gonna tell him to actually take the circus and travel to like a different town.
Okay.
At least travel all of town, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay here and kind of ride this one out since I was involved in the heist or whatever you want to call it last night.
Any particular direction you want him to go, or just leaving it up to him?
I will leave it up to him. Just obviously tell me which direction they're headed.
Mm-hmm.
And then one last thing, I would assume I still have my my wand as just like a regular spell casting focus.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure because before Havoc leaves, the ring that I use as my spell casting focus, I'm gonna give him my ring, and tell him that just in case if like I don't like if I happen to pass away or die, I'll be I'm giving this ring to my basically my replacement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, noted.
Sorry, what was that?
Noted.
Okay. And her name should be Vivian.
Vivian. Very well. Who's Vivian?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, we'll get there when we get there.
Forget about it.
Okay. Havoc tells you that, given the circumstances, he might take everyone to, let's see, probably Firin in the Thucydian Federation.
Which direction is that? Sorry, let me open
north,
up the map. Actually,
across the sea. You have to go up a little bit on the maps channel.
Yeah, I was trying to see where would it be. I'll find it later. So, but
Okay, very well. You tell him to do that, and he gets everyone ready to travel. You, as the leader of the circus, seeing as how the month has passed, you do receive your share of the profits for this month, which will be. Can you roll a d12 for me, please?
Roll 100, baby.
ooh, 12.
12. Okay. Then you receive 124 gold.
Nice. Okay.
For now, then, if this is going to be the end, at least of your time with the circus, I figured. May as well.
Sorry, how much was it? It was 120.
124.
24, you got it. Okay, thank you.
124. Very well. Christoph, Darren.
I gotta write a couple of things down real quick.
Okay, Christoph.
I'm gonna give Mark a report of what happened and what we found out about the what was it, Rafali?
Mm-hmm.
Just basic. Let him know what happened. Just, yeah.
He definitely. Hold on, I need to close my curtains. There's too much sun. You okay? As you are on the Silver Moon Inn, as you are giving out this report to him, he interrupts you and says, Mrs. Sterling, how wonderful to have you back. You look behind you to see not a familiar face to you, but to us people. Argenius Sterling is back.
Oh.
And he, rather than relay it to her, because she's the one in charge, asks you to repeat it to her.
Do a quick bow and then repeat the story again. What?
Mm-hmm.
Giving like a basic overview of what happened while she was gone, and then a detailed overview of our quote-unquote heist.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is troublesome. Yuan Ti. Those are names that I haven't heard in a very long time.
You heard of them?
From the family. There are records of them attempting similar things in the past.
Do you know what happened in the past? How were they stopped?
Well, they weren't really. I think it was. Let me verify. And she goes off into her office. And Mr. Higgin asks you to wait there for a little bit. After some time, she comes out with like a thick, like 5-inch thick tome of Sterling family records, which she has open on a particular page. And like, some 400 years ago, there was how do I summarize this? So the Yuan Ti were not originally here in the region. They claim, at least that's what it says here, that they were here from here originally. How originally, who knows? But they seem to have been driven out at some point and returned some 400 years ago, and they have been here since. This particular incident doesn't seem to relate to what they're doing now. But still, it might be helpful to know that.
DM,
Yes.
like 1 or 2 sessions ago, there was a mention of some sort of serpent, and I forgot to write down the name. Do you happen
Yeah,
to
that sounds
remember?
about right. I don't remember at this very moment either, but do you want to ask about that?
Yes, I wanted to ask about that.
Okay. Let me make a religion check for Lady Sterling. And that's not good. She tells you that she is only familiar with what her records show, which isn't very much relating to any particular religion or mythical creature that they may worship. Her records don't mention that.
Okay.
If that is true, however, it might be a how do I put it? A recent development from the people in charge of the organization. Not to say a cult, but maybe also a cult.
They did seem pretty culty to me. But yes, that would make sense.
And what of this other one that you rescued?
I think Aquad was his name. Hard to say. He didn't really tell us very much. I don't know if he's on our side. It's just that he definitely has the same enemy as us. We'll have to see. I wouldn't trust him too far, to be honest. At least not yet.
I would like to have a talk with him if possible. I'll
see if I can arrange that.
Thank you. At this moment I will have some business to attend to in the city, but with this investigator, City Watch member, you said?
Yes, Grimwald.
I'll ask around. Very well. Theron?
Yep, I am all ready to go. I need to talk with my wife.
Okay.
I have also now named I've named my family now.
And where can I find this information?
I mean, I'm about to name drop it, so get ready.
Okay. Notes. Gimme.
All right. So, my wife's name is Lily. My first son, and only son, is Anthony.
Anthony.
My second child, my first daughter, is Camille.
Camille. Nice, nice.
And my third child, second daughter, the youngest, is Ursa.
Ursa. With a U or with an E?
With a U.
U. Ursa. Very well. Okay. What do you want to talk to Lily about?
Well, after hearing about the reports from Delvin from yesterday, and more I'm beginning to realize how high up this goes, I wanted to talk with her about maybe having her and the kids leave town for a minute, but I didn't want to send her away without at least talking to her.
How much would you say that she knows about your business?
She knows.
Okay. Okay. Very well. In that case, make a persuasion check. With advantage,
Okay.
I'd say.
Alright. I rolled a 27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
She tells you that though she does not want to leave you alone to deal with this, and she understands that what you do is dangerous, this seems like a little bit too much for her to maybe try to help you with. And she is definitely going to take your advice and go roll a d20 for me.
Okay. That is a 11.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She is going to go back to her parents' home in Cassina,
Ooh.
up north. But she does ask you what exactly you are planning to do.
Just writing down notes real quick. Okay. Well, I'm hoping I can maybe handle this situation. I've acquired a few new friends, I'd say. And we might be able to get this handled. But again, since I don't know how high up this goes, I just want to make sure you and the kids are safe.
Okay, very well. So she immediately starts packing her things, her clothes, her tools, her living out here in the city. At least what'll fit in the bags, and for the kids as well. So the next ship that goes up north will have both Theron's family and some part of Kaida's troop.
Genuinely makes me feel safer about me having my family leave.
Very well, very well. After a little bit, Kaida, you have your people all set to go a few hours later. And Theron, I am assuming you will be sending off your family at the docks. Very well. This time, by chance, you might not find each other. But as we pass on to the next day, there's consequences to your actions. So,
Yeah.
Theron,
Mm-hmm.
you receive word that one of the taverns that you send out your product to has been shut down by the city guard.
Okay.
You weren't given a reason, though. Which
Okay, I was
is
gonna ask.
generally standard protocol. Is like, well, you're serving, the FDA intervenes and is like, you can't serve shitty food in this place. But this time you were not given a reason.
Okay.
Interestingly, it is one of the more farther off within the city taverns that you supply in the Departing Fields district.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, losing a place isn't the worst, although it doesn't bode well for future to come here. Seems like they might try to choke me out of business. Well, before I do anything about that, I have other things that I wanted to handle. I want to gather up all the people that I have working for me. I think it's time to do some internal investigations.
Okay.
I'm going to try to find anyone who might have any of the Yuan-Ti scalations and or whatever. I want to try to root out any possible spies they might have.
Very well. Make an investigation or intimidation check, depending on the methodology.
I guess we'll go intimidation then. I'm a lot better at that. That's a 30.
30? Jesus Christ. Okay.
We're in serious mode now.
Among all your people that are, not... how do I say it? Among the people that are your people, and a few that are not in the know about the business, you find two individuals who have not much in the way of scales, but they do have the snake eyes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely restrain them non-voluntarily.
Do a couple of rolls, okay. Throughout the interrogation, they haven't quite noticed why you're investigating, or even necessarily that you're investigating.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll start off by telling all of them that I'm doing a bit of an investigation today, trying to maybe discern if any of you are leaking information over to the Rafali. Because unfortunately, as you may or may not have heard, that has been happening.
You're asking the two individuals?
No, I'm more
Just in
addressing
general,
everyone. Yeah, I want to make it. I want to make it like a public announcement kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Many people look visibly uncomfortable.
okay, also good to know. But after a bit of a further inspection here, I think we are doing okay on that front. So, I have some news. I've gained information that has turned me on to the fact that this city may or may not be as safe as we thought it was. And by safe, I mean it might be at threat of being overthrown.
Immediately, some murmurs begin to circulate, and Delvin is like, shut your traps.
I want all of you to realize that this information can't leave this building. I know many of you have families, but they must not know. If you if you are concerned for their safety, I would recommend that you would send them away, and as quickly as you can. I suspect things might change in this city very quickly. They're higher up than you expect them to be. I still don't know the full extent of their power. I'm hoping to find out here in these next few days, so that I can maybe learn how to counteract them, or at least if not counteract them, work out a way to make it so I have leverage. Until that time, though, I need all of you to make sure, keep your eyes open for any spies. Anyone at all. And if you do see someone you think is suspicious, please report it to someone higher up. It's not only vitally important to the business, but to your very lives. Now, before you all leave today, I'm going to make sure to keep you fed. And we're going to have a bit of a, we'll call it like a last good meal here, I suspect, before, again, things may get rough. As a big, business kind of feast, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, the murmurs begin again, but this time less nervous and more like, oh wow, that's a nice gesture.
Okay. So, please be prepared for this evening, and we'll eat, and we'll have a great time.
Very well.
And then I want to pull Delvin aside once everyone kind of starts to disperse.
He goes over.
Delvin.
Yeah.
I've identified 2 of the Yuan Ti, I think. Or at least if not Yuan Ti, they've been turned. When we're at the dinner, I want you to grab a couple of people, and we're going to arrest them during the banquet. Or, I say arrest, but I guess that's really not the right term. We're gonna kidnap them.
Right.
And, we're gonna have to make sure they don't leave.
Understood.
Good. Get ready for it.
He asks which 2, you tell him, and he will make preparations.
Perfect.
Very well. Kaida.
Yes.
With your people now out of the city, what are you gonna do?
So what time of day is it currently right now? I assume it's like
This would be the second day after. So
second day after.
whatever time of day you want to make it, we can do stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find. So, Christoph. I think the only location that I know him to be will be in it's the Silver Moon Inn. So I'm just gonna be. Looking there first.
Christoph, are you?
I am.
In the morning. Okay.
I am currently writing a letter using illusory script, actually. I'm writing a letter to Grimwald that basically details that Genius Sterling is back and she wants to talk to Akuat. But I'm using illusory script to make everyone that isn't Grimwald see just a generic report about a minor crime.
Okay. Very well. Sure. You're doing that when Kaida walks into the location.
So, are you just like sitting down at like a booth or something like that, or
I'm in my room.
in your room? Okay.
This is like magic ritual, also letter writing. I need a quiet place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well.
So Kaida, you arrive at the Silver Moon Inn. He is nowhere to be found, but you can ask for him most likely.
Yeah, I'll just go up to you. Bartender or whoever and ask, where's Christoph?
And you get pointed in the general direction.
Did I get like a room number or anything, or like specific door, or
the Silver Moon Inn is like a little too big for general numbers as people understand them. So you do get a number and a floor. There are several floors to this building.
Got it. All right, so yeah, I'll go to this room, whichever floor it's on.
The third.
Yeah, the third floor, second door from the right. But, I'll just give just a knock on the door. So.
I'll just go 1 minute and finish up the letter. And then I'll go open the door just a bit to see who's there. And assuming that I see Kaida, I open it all the way. What is it? What's Kaida? What's going on?
Well, I wanted to talk about what happened last night. Well, not last night, but the heist. I'm just gonna call it that. That we did, and there was a name that I got from Aqua that I don't recognize. I was wondering if you did.
I don't know. What is the name?
So, alright. So when I was talking to Aqua, when I was still in his chains, he was talking to me about someone who could be potentially the leader. He hasn't seen him, but he heard his name. I think it's like Kithoris. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Kithoris.
Kithoris? Okay.
Does that ring any bells for me?
Make a history check.
Let's see. History. 17.
17. It sounds foreign, but that's about it. It's not a local name.
Yeah. Doesn't sound familiar. Probably not from around here. That's all I can really tell you.
I would bring this to the higher ups, but just as Aqua said to me, we don't know who to trust, in the
Yes,
system.
yes.
Uh, I was gonna go to was it Theron's brewery? If you'd like to come along, and I was gonna ask him the same thing.
Sounds like a good idea.
Uh,
Is there, by the way, DM, is there like a postal service in the city?
Yeah, there's messengers.
Okay. I'll just have this letter for Grim. It's he's the only one who can see the real message. Everyone else will just see some random stuff. So I'll have this delivered to him, and then we can go.
mhm. Um. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me. I'll just be waiting out in the front then.
Yes.
Very well. A bit of time passes. You send a message to where you figure Grim will get it. And you make your way to Maddox Liquor. The brewery, at least.
And give me a second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Take this time to drink some water. Christoph.
Yes.
When you are sending the letter, Lady Sterling is there, also attending people, and she notices you and like pulls you over to the side.
Miss Sterling, what is it? What can I do for you?
This whole deal with the Yuan Ti,
Yes.
you don't know how far up it goes, do you?
Not really. I could take a guess, but nothing informed.
Well, I'll keep a lookout on the next council meeting, and maybe I'll be able to help you in that regard. For the moment,
Yes.
and she tells you, here, take this, and she hands you a small coin with an engraving on it.
What kind of engraving? How does it look like?
It has a series of triangle patterns that are made to resemble like a dragon wing and like a circle around it.
Okay. This, what exactly is this, Miss Sterling?
It's a small protective charm. Nothing too powerful, but can't hurt.
Thank you. And I'll put it in my bag for now.
So, no. With that, you and Kaida can go to the brewery for real now.
Yep, I'm back.
And you guys get there as the people are not necessarily, how to say this, they are working, but there is like an air of celebration, question mark. You get noticed by one of the people and are asked, what's your business? What do you do?
Okay, so, is it possible that I'll see Delvin among these people, or is it just unfamiliar faces?
Unfamiliar faces.
All right. Well, um, I'll just go up to one of this whoever seems in charge, at least here. If I could speak to Theron, please.
They give you a strange look and tell some other people to keep an eye on you as they go off to ask. Theron, you get a knock on your office.
Come in.
Hey boss, there's a blue dragonborn and a fancy looking elf dude. Say they want to talk to you.
Yes, I know them. You can send them in.
Very well. Walks out and yells out to the people watching and to you that you are allowed to pass. And you make your way into Theron's office.
All right.
What a surprise visit. Welcome.
Well, hello.
Hello. Good. Would this be like morning, afternoon?
Early afternoon.
Early
like
afternoon.
2-3 p.m.
Got it. Okay. So good early afternoon. I see. Are you celebrating something? Or is there an occasion?
We're preparing for war. I figured I'd give my men a last good meal before things went to shit, and things are gonna go to shit pretty quickly, I assume. I already discovered that I have a couple of the turned people in my midst, so we're gonna be dealing with that this evening as well.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty serious. But what do you mean by war? Would that not be a bit too large scale for that?
Oh, what was that? Sorry, you kind of.
I was asking, what do you mean by war, and if this isn't if that wouldn't be a bit too large scale for this.
I mean, I'm just presuming how high up they go is a lot higher than I can reach currently, and so I'm just going to prepare myself accordingly.
I'm having someone's looking into how high this corruption, I guess, goes. I might have some more intel in the future about this. Let us just hope that this will go over smoothly, though I doubt it.
I hope it's a reliable source.
I think you don't need to worry about that.
I think I do. It's my job.
That is fair.
Anyways, I wanted to come and ask you. I asked Christoph first if he knew anyone by the name of Cathoris. When I talked to Aqua, he was the one that disagreed with the actions of the other Yuan-Ts. He gave me a name of Cathoris, but he hasn't. All he knows is that it's just a name. Possibly might be the leader, or of what's going on here.
Or at least a higher up.
Yes, yeah, something like that.
It could be good skill. A good skill for where they're at, even if it isn't the leader. Hey, God, do I know anyone by that name?
Hey, Theron, would you like to make a history check?
Sure, why not? 9!
9. Nah. Your best guess, not knowing this person, is that they don't really go around throwing their name left and right.
I mean, definitely seems like the right move.
This seems more like insider information.
Okay. Well, I currently do not know who that is, so I'm assuming they're safeguarding their name as well as they can. At least that's what I assume.
Names
Kaida,
are
make an insight check.
Okay. Sorry, give me a moment.
Wait, insight? Yeah, insight.
6.
6. Your best guess about this whole ordeal is that, yeah, Kitoris, if that is his real name, would not be just using it. So it might not be as easy to find a person with that name.
I have a bad idea, but I mean,
Care to
What
share?
Oh, sorry.
I've sent my circus away in fears of it being destroyed in this oncoming storm, possibly. So I am at the moment vulnerable, but if a name like that's not being thrown out much, but if I start going around and asking people, I'm bound to attract some attention. First of all, how I know that name, possibly, and also why am I throwing that name out?
Before we do that, we know the name, and we can assume that they're probably UNT, right?
We can make the assumption. Sorry.
Perhaps before we do any drastic measures, we could simply try scrying on them.
I mean, keep in mind we've already taken drastic measures against them. I've already begun to feel the.
I just feel like before we actively announce that we're going to war with them, we should perhaps try to gather some more information.
Fair enough, but just to let you know, they're already taking action against me. So
And
they already know that I had something to do with it. So things are again. The peace may not last very long, and I don't want to be the one who's starting off on the wrong foot in a large scale fight.
Yes.
Even if it isn't overt.
I feel, as of now, I don't think they know that specifically Kaidan are involved. Though I could be wrong.
No, I wouldn't imagine that they would suspect you. I'm assuming anyone who would have seen you wouldn't have gotten away.
Perhaps it would be smart to, at least for now, keep it that way and try to find out what we can.
I mean, I can bear the brunt of whatever they're gonna deal out, but I can't do it forever. I have limited resources, and I'm just starting to put things in place. I'm still not making quite enough, and I still don't have quite enough people to be able to deal with.
Since I've sent my people
like
away, I have lost good force, but I value their safety above anything else. The best thing I can do is the thing I do best is attract the attention of the crowd, or in this case, the UNT, and and possibly give you an opening in some way, hopefully. But
I can always. I am always here. If we need to fight something, or if we need to go in somewhere more or less undetected, I can help. And otherwise, just general information gathering.
I dear God, is there like a low town in the city?
Yeah, definitely.
Because yeah, okay, yeah. Kaida's gonna say I'm gonna start investigating the lower parts of town.
So if we let me go over to the map. So I can give you better information. City of Dagrun, here it is. So, in order of seediness, how shitty it is, there is the Strays. The name speaks for itself. There is all the gate districts. Then there is the... That's that. And the Spout.
Which one would I be closest to? Would the Spout be the closest
At
to
this
me?
very moment, standing in Theron's brewery, the closest is the Spout.
The Spout, okay, yeah.
Which
so
is directly south.
Yeah, I will. Again, Kaido will say, I'll start investigating. Around the low town areas. First, probably starting with the Spout.
Oh, be careful around there.
Wait, what is that?
I mean, I've grown up around these areas. I know them pretty well. And I know what people they are capable of. So just keep that in mind. Watch yourself. At this point, since we're in this together, I might as well look out for your safety as well.
Kaido's gonna do the same the encode memories thing again, where he just puts this. Well, actually, instead of having his ring, he would probably take out his wand and kind of points towards his head and brings out a memory, and he sets it right in front of you, Theron.
I guess I pick it up.
Yeah,
I guess that's how you interact with that.
I'm not sure how you actually interact. I'm not sure if it's like I just give it. Yeah,
I mean, as long as it goes into your head, it doesn't really matter how.
Take it. Take my.
It's a long spaghetti. As far as
take my brain essence, young man.
A single spaghetti.
I was thinking of in the scene in Harry Potter where Dumbledore takes his memories out and puts into this pot.
Oh yeah, the giant bird bath.
yeah, something like that. I was thinking it looks something like that. So, but Theron, you will see in Kaida's memory, it looks like so just be obviously from Kai's point of view, we kind of see just kind of running, and you see to be a lot shorter, but it looks like it's kind of running through the alleyways of just city blocks, and just looks like he has some stolen food within his arms, and he's kind of running away. Basically, this is kind of a backstory that he kind of grew up around kind of the streets as well.
Writing that down.
Write that down. But yeah.
So you two are just sharing the memory spaghetti, and I'm just standing there.
I mean, it happens instantly. It's not like it's taking as long as it is to describe it.
Seeing as Christoph is listening, I was like, I'll just do it again. It's like,
Tasty, the memory spaghetti.
here's the spaghetti. Here's the spaghetti for you. This is what I'm showing to Theron right now. This is a part of my past. This is the same thing of kind of just like surviving all scraps, searching through like kind of dumpsters or garbage, getting roughed up for distilling stuff.
I feel you, man. I really do.
Very well. So, well, in that case, we can proceed on to. Unless there's anything you guys want to do after this, we can proceed to
the evening festivities for me.
The dinner.
Like I was actually there's one last thing I wanted to like talk about with the group, I guess. I was thinking about contacting the Spire of Divination again, but I'm not so sure if we can trust them. So I just wanted to get general opinion here before I do something stupid.
Yeah, just take like a deep breath. Like, do you know anyone like this in like be more than like just an acquaintance, like a good friend or someone you can say as family, possibly?
No, not really. That's why I'm asking you this. I'm not just doing it.
I mean, what are you gonna ask them specifically?
If they can find out anything about a UNT that's named Kithares.
I think the safer way would to be the phrasing of we probably shouldn't be throwing out the name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But divination magic requires some sort of familiarity with the person.
Well, name and species is some sort of familiarity.
Yeah, it's just like without the name, it would be pretty difficult. Like, hey, can you find us this random UNT?
So you can try.
You can definitely try, but again, you might depending on who you talk to. That's just the rough part of might be putting a target on your back. Are you like
That's
fine?
the problem. That's the problem.
Are you fine with like running the rest of your life? Possibly.
I've been running for most of my life. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Though, perhaps I'll wait for more information from my source about how deep the corruption runs.
I think that's a good idea.
Perhaps. Well then, shall we get going?
Wait, actually, couldn't Grim locate somebody like that, possibly? Or do we need a more...
I don't know. I don't think so. Like,
you know that he did it before, but it does have limited range, so it's a little difficult.
Mm-hmm. But otherwise, the next time I see him, I'll tell him.
Well, assuming he gets my letter, we'll get to meet him soon.
All right.
I hope.
Very well. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Darren,
Mm-hmm.
Having placed a sizable catering order from a local bodega or whatever.
Bodega.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no.
And
Just got the chopped cheeses everywhere.
a nice
Just
cheese
living in New
steak.
York.
You have the big tables set out for everyone, really, with you at the head, obviously. Delvin close by. You notice that the two suspects do sit next to each other, which makes the following acts a little bit more convenient.
Yep.
Make a deception check with advantage, please.
Okay. That's a nat 20 for a 31.
Perfect.
Nice.
Um,
That was in the first roll, too. Do you have to roll the second one?
no,
Like, I'm gonna
not
get
really.
better.
Not really. Well, do it just in case.
2 nat 20s.
No, it was not 2 nat 20s.
Damn.
Yeah, like a nat 20 and then a nat 1, but
Would not have mattered. So, having inspired your people to, it was like, oh shit, things are gonna be happening. Some of them you hear in the passing conversation that they have started practicing the bow again after some time. Practicing in case a fight needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When do you spring the trap?
Yeah, probably once they're done eating.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. As people begin to finish their food and just revolving around conversation, some business related, some not, some about what's coming, and some less important stuff. You give your secret signal to Delvin, and immediately the people adjacent to the suspects spring up and go to restrain them. Can you roll 2d20s for me?
A d20?
Yeah, two of them.
10 and another nat 20.
Okay, so for the two of them, I rolled 2 7s.
Alright.
So though they are initially surprised and attempting to fight their neighbors, have had them restrained, and the people nearby who have gotten the message also begin to pile in on them. It's like, there's no way these people are getting out.
Yep. Perfect.
And the slight agitation now makes almost everyone else who didn't just participate in this activity a little bit nervous, because like, oh shit, there is something going on. It's not just.
So Theron will stand up, and because I'm gonna be out there to watch this happen just to make sure, and then explain. So Theron will stand up and he'll have a glass and he'll start tapping it. Please calm down, sit down. This is handled. These are some of the other spies that we will be dealing with. Those who are like snakes. Keep an eye out. Any and all of you. Anyone can be turned by these snake creatures, and anyone is at risk. Anyone leaving this evening, don't leave alone. You need to make sure that you have enough power to be able to defend yourself. Like I said, things are going to get bad, and we need to watch ourselves.
Yeah, they the people who are most apprehensive are like, fuck, okay, time for the buddy system.
Yeah.
And the two subjects are taken away.
Okay. Yeah, we will, I guess, in the evening, take care of them, as they say. After maybe a little bit of questioning.
For the sake of brevity, make an intimidation check, please.
Ooh. 21.
21. Ooh. Though they obviously are not very happy to have been caught, they don't seem to provide you any information about Kithoris.
Mm-hmm.
They were sent by the Rafali not recently. It's been a while, actually.
Makes sense.
So, though you get the impression that the Rafali haven't yet learned that it was you who did the heist.
Okay.
But they might soon, with this taken into account.
Okay. Interesting.
Anything else you want to find out?
I want to try to pry whatever information on, like, whatever higher-ups they might know of. If they know anyone, like, even just like, higher than even, was it Kithoris, right?
Higher than Kithoris.
Either even higher or lower, I don't care. I want as much information on whoever I can get in range to question for it.
You do get another name of someone somewhere in between them and Kithoris. And I'm going to write it down because it's going to be confusing. They give you the name Miklatli. It's an info dump.
Okay.
And you also get the appearance. What they describe is very similar to what a quat looked like, but in female form, and the head is like more of a python, brown with spots type of pattern instead of the bluish green of aquat.
Do I get what they're in charge of?
Not really, but like they reported directly to this person.
Okay. Alright, well, I think that's about all the useful info I can get out of them. So, yeah, we're gonna take them off the board. Remove some pawns. Because honestly, at this point, it's inevitable.
Okay.
So, we'll just, do some classic, mobster things, kill them, toss them in the river.
Very well. I'm going to deal with this later. Very well. In order for us to not leave Grimwald out of too much, because we also have to see what he's been doing this couple days, I think we can leave it here for now and see what goes on after that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I'm going to ask you guys who's good for next week.